We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now our first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Back to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, Winston. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with them this way?
Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10, just shy of the 30.
Even. Sonic. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. 5-0.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And some room. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Winston. And got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Winston now to throw on first down. He completes it to Evans. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Winston, and it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot, stay the course. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
He'll drop to throw. Caught left side, Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, it's Gordon, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Easy, easy, easy. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's a really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. And how about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Following the interception, Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And this throw will be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Winston airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's McGee. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williams. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. They'll look to throw here. Allen's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They'll set up a throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a 3-yard gain. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis now on first down. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Desmond King picks it. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now back to throw. Allen has it left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Returnable here for Davis. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Hey, Sonic! Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, base, hey, 5-0.
On 3rd down, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic! 5-0. Even.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go. 550.
Again, it's Winston. Open space inside the 10. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They get it to him running left. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Now Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go! White 90! White 90!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Chargers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception. picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hey, sub. Let's go. 5-0. 57. Mike, 57.
Second down, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Sonic, ready. Blue ready. Hey, sub. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Flex round.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Sonic! Sonic! 550, 550! Sonic! Like that!
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then against the...
He's got a man. Complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On 3rd down, that's Gordon. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Here we go, even.
Winston here to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Wait. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Jameis now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
52's the line, boys. 52.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, alert 3. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Jameis again. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock.